At weight, at 154, how you think Crawford?
They are weight class for a reason, and you need to ask him. It's different. I know in his mind he thinks he can do whatever he wants because he's very talented
Put the
fighter.
beats on him like Dr. Dre.
Do we get a knockdown from Canelo, or does Bud knock down Canelo?
Nah, Canelo's not going down. You could hit Canelo with a Louisville slugger. He's just gonna smile at you.
Who's they gonna beat him like?
Between Crawford and Canelo has officially hit a boiling point, escalating beyond their highly anticipated fight scheduled for September. What started as a professional build-up to one of the biggest bouts in modern boxing history took a dramatic turn today after a heated altercation at an airport, sending shockwaves through the boxing.
Because of everything around it, everyone around it, the fact that it might be on Netflix we're hearing as a part of a big deal with TKO.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be bigger. Even the Mayweather fight is gonna be bigger than.
You think it does more pay-per-view buys than the Mayweather fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Crawford, who had already made it clear that he has no respect for Canelo, took things to another level during a heated exchange when he grabbed the Mexican superstar by the collar and shoved him, escalating the tension even further.
No, I believe he can put a beating on anybody 154, 160. Nah, Benavidez is. Canelo. Yeah. Canelo. I think he's a smart fighter. He doesn't rely on his power. Crawford ain't a fighter who just relies on his power.
Nobody saw this coming, at least not this soon. Sure, there's been talk, and Crawford has never shied away from making it clear that he's coming to take Canelo's throne. He's been vocal about his belief that Canelo is overrated and that he plans to expose him in the ring. But putting hands on him before fight night? That's something else entirely. Canelo, never one to back down, looked ready to retaliate. But before he could, people jumped in to separate them. If anyone thought this fight was just about belts and legacy before, they better think again. Crawford just sent the clearest message possible. He's not here to play
Canelo,
games.
bro. You gotta worry about the big Mexican, bro. You gotta worry about Canelo Alvarez.
Your new stablemate, so give us a prediction then.
Prediction? It's boxing, though. I got Canelo stopping him. Too big, bro.
Any way you
Too
think?
big. I'm not gonna speak for Canelo's team, but me and my father already insisted in sparring Canelo for Crawford. Like, actually sparring, because I know one thing is that they're gonna wanna, their game plan is to box Canelo, and we the best
Let's not
boxers.
forget that all of this is happening while Canelo is in the midst of preparing for his May 2nd fight against William Skull in Saudi Arabia. That bout is meant to solidify his dominance at super middleweight and reclaim his status as the undisputed champion. However, Crawford has now become a major distraction, making it clear he isn't waiting until September to get inside Canelo's head. The timing of this confrontation couldn't be more intriguing. Canelo should be fully focused on Skull, but after today's incident, it's impossible to ignore the bigger storm brewing.
In order for you, so you won't mess up your next fight. Because if you fight this guy, he don't look good. The fans, I don't want. He's not gonna look good. One of just that. You gotta constantly have fights that a fighter guy that's gonna make you look good. The guy gotta pressure you or something. This guy's running around. Crawford's not used to this kind of movement. Weird fit. Yeah.
Back in training camp, Team Crawford is already working with relentless intensity. His coach, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, has been hyping up this fight for weeks, making it clear they're not in it just for a paycheck. Man, these people think we're in this for the check, Crawford told McIntyre, dismissing the idea that this fight is about money. For Crawford, Canelo is just another obstacle in his quest to prove he's the best fighter of his generation. This is about legacy, not just a payday. Bomac has been fueling that mindset as well. I take nothing away from Canelo, he said. But man, when Bud's locked in, it's different. This isn't about money. Bud has money, investments. He doesn't need this. What he does need is to prove he's the best, and this fight, this is the icing on the cake.
I don't like that fight. Why not? I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, But he had a close fight with the last guy he fought. Terence, this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy.
Even before the airport incident, Crawford had been sending clear signals that he's fully locked in for this fight. He's been bulking up, posting pictures of his transformed physique, and proving he's serious about moving up 2 weight classes. Some doubters have questioned whether he can handle Canelo's power, but Crawford isn't concerned. He's been hearing skepticism his whole career and has made a habit of proving people wrong. As for Canelo, the Mexican superstar had been relatively quiet about Crawford, keeping his focus on William Skull instead. But after today, there's no ignoring it. Crawford made it personal. If Canelo wasn't already taking this fight seriously, he is now. The real question is whether he'll be able to keep his cool leading up to September, or if Crawford has already managed to get inside his head.
Not a regular guy. Not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure, towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can.
This situation is no longer just about boxing. It's personal. The way Crawford is talking, he's not just aiming to win. He's looking to humiliate Canelo. This isn't just about strategy and skill. It's about making a statement. And if today's incident is any indication, this could become one of the most intense personal rivalries boxing has seen in years. Bomac is already fired up for September and isn't shy about saying it. I want to prove to the world again that we're the best team out there, that Terence is the best out there, he said. Everybody might think it's about the money, but no. Bud's going to beat this guy up.
Easy work. I heard him say, I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you know, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
There's no question now. This fight has taken on a whole new energy. What started as a battle for history has turned into something far more heated. Just days ago, Canelo might have been focused on William's skull, but after today, he knows exactly who's waiting for him in September. And if Crawford's goal was to shake things up early, he just succeeded in the biggest way possible. Sean Porter, who knows firsthand what it's like to fight Terence Crawford, didn't hesitate to share his thoughts. When asked about Crawford, jumping up 2 weight classes to take on Canelo, Porter didn't just say it was possible, he flat out said Crawford can beat him. That's not just some wild prediction from a casual observer. It's coming from a man who has been in the ring, with Bud, felt his power, and experienced his elite skills up close. And when you really break it down, what Porter said makes a lot of sense.
You obviously pilling Team Crawford. Can you confirm? Are we going to see that fight? Has it been made official? Is it official?
It's on, baby. September 13, baby. Look forward to it. Crawford versus Canelo. Ooh, listen how I said it.
Hey, are we getting
Crawford
confirmation
versus
here?
Canelo. You understand? Yes, confirm. Man, what?
Hey, Les.
Crawford versus Canelo, not the other way around. Team Crawford, stand up. Pound for pound, the best in the world. Soon to be the super Mitchell.
According to Porter, Crawford isn't just another talented fighter. What sets him apart is his mentality. Porter called him the most competitive man I know, a huge statement considering he has shared the ring with elite fighters like Errol Spence Jr., Yordenis Ugas, Keith Thurman, and Kell Brook. In Porter's eyes, Crawford is on another level when it comes to focus, drive, and willpower. That's why he believes Canelo could break down over 8 to 10 rounds. While Canelo is still a great fighter at this stage of his career, with so many tough battles behind him, Porter thinks Crawford's relentless style could wear him down.
Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam, but, you know, there's so many components that make a champion.
Shakur Stevenson saw this coming years ago, and he's not just saying it now because the fight is happening. He's been talking about it since 2021. Right after Crawford stopped Sean Porter, Stevenson predicted that Bud would be the one to beat Canelo. And this wasn't just a wild guess. He based it on style, skill, and Canelo's weaknesses. This was even before Dimitri Bivol dominated Canelo in 2022, proving that Stevenson was ahead of the curve.
How effective Crawford can be that he's moving up in weight. You know, like you're starting to see that, you know, now he's not quite as strong. The knockout streak is over. But he can box really well. But Majmal pressed him the whole fight. So obviously the power wasn't getting the respect that he might have gotten when he.
One of the biggest reasons Stevenson is confident in Crawford is his ability to fight as a southpaw. He pointed out that Canelo struggles with lefties, and the John Ryder fight was proof. Even though Canelo won, he didn't look great, and Ryder was able to land some solid shots. To Stevenson, that fight was all the evidence he needed to believe Crawford would be a nightmare for Canelo. But he took it even further, claiming he's seen Crawford hurt heavyweight fighters in sparring. If that's true, then maybe the size difference isn't as big of a factor as people think. Meanwhile, Hasim Rahman Jr. sees it from a slightly different angle. He believes Crawford will win, but not by knockout. Instead, he predicts Bud will outbox Canelo. What's particularly interesting is Rahman's view on Canelo's recent fights. He thinks Canelo has been taking softer matchups, which has made him complacent. When Canelo dominated Jermell Charlo, Rahman wasn't impressed, noting that Charlo was a naturally smaller fighter who wasn't throwing enough punches. That won't be the case with Crawford.